I'm Dr. S.K. Singh. Basically, I'm a hospitality professional. I'm in academics for the last 2 decades and more. I'm working right now with Amrapali Group of Institutes, which is a leading name in this particular territory. This institute is again, it has completed a 2 decade long journey. We are very soon moving to be a university, a self-financed university status. We'll be getting that. Maybe in next month, 1 month, we will be operating as a university. Well, coming to Amrapali was not at all looking at marketing as a role changer. But once we have looked at marketing is required to be there in the market and to have better students in terms of quality of intake, to improve the quality of intake, as well as because during COVID, every institution was struggling for enrollments. And that was a time when we thought about everyone went online, and that was the right time when we pitched up with ExtraaEdge and like out quoted in this way that ExtraaEdge CRM came to us as a savior at the right moment. Because of ExtraaEdge, we were able to automate the entire admission process, and not only that, we were able to get the optimum from our team members also. And monitoring was very easy. Earlier, we were into a manual mode. Everything was done through an in-house software. We were having in-house admission software through which we were tracking things, but it was not so easy. Tracking everything online had become a very easy thing for us through the time when we joined with ExtraaEdge. So things have changed drastically. Well, prior to moving online and that too without using CRM, the biggest challenge was tracking the application forms. Like for any institution, enrollment becomes a vital part because that's what ensures that you are there in terms of revenue and you are able to track your revenues in a wonderful way. So prior to that, getting hold of queries was not so easy. I won't say that we were not able to do that. The team was competent enough to do that. But again, the time which was lost in tracking those queries through a manual process was a big challenge to us. And CRM, that to express, helped us a lot to track those queries, to curtail that time gap, because any enrollment query is a time bound query. Because if you don't act on that particular query, I would say they are very fragile in nature, because a student who's inquiring at your institute is targeting other institutions at the same time. And if you are able to settle their queries, because they once they go for any kind of inquiry, they are into a process wherein they are tracking different institutions and they're trying to know what can be best for them. And during that time, when you automate a process through ExtraaEdge or any other CRM, it helps you a lot to give them a time-bound response, and you are able to get the queries converted very fast. The conversion time gap has reduced after that, which was a challenge. Similarly, like once a query lands up into your funnel or into your institution and admission office, then giving them a timely response in terms of different questions which they have in their mind. Earlier, it was done through just telephony, wherein counselor was giving them call, trying to explain them. And during these COVID times, the footfall was not there, so everything was done through telephone only. And the students, specifically in our territory, wherein they are located in remote hill areas, for them coming to campus was not so easy. And secondly, getting connected with us through online mode was not what was a challenging job for them, because internet was not so good at different locations, and second, they were not so internet friendly also. So connecting them with tools like Zoom or maybe Google or the other things, it was very hard for us to do that. So extras came there to us, and it was again, it was something which has turned the entire scenario in a different way. We have started writing down new stories in terms of the kind of dialogues we are having now with the students. through the automation, we are able to send them timely emails. We are able to send them timely SMSs. We are able to send them timely response through maybe a WhatsApp chat or WhatsApp call. So these things have at least brought the customer back to us, and we were able to solve their n number of queries which were unsolved earlier. And the last thing I would say, like because of this, we were able to motivate our team also, because the team members, they were able to understand what is there in their funnel and how to track those responses, how to go with the feedback, how to have a connect with the customers, and then how to reach them in a different perspective altogether. So their results were optimized, and because of that, their overall work process has improved. Was the one thing. There are a number of things which I would appreciate ExtraaEdge for. But when it comes to one thing, I would appreciate your team and the response which was so prompt. And second thing, which is the team from ExtraaEdge, they are there as a solution giver. They identify our problem before we identify those problems. They are there as a coach to us in many areas. They have been coaching the counselors, they have been coaching the marketing team in a wonderful way. They have told us, rather, they have briefed us that too within time, that these are the things which are missing from our end. For example, I would quote here, like drip marketing is something which was not understood earlier by the team. How important is the drip marketing campaign? Then a remarketing campaign, the second thing, why remarketing is required. So these are the things which the team members from Extras, especially people like Aditya, they came as savior to us. They were able to make the team understand the importance of these aspects, how important these are in today's world. When you talk about marketing in your academic domain also, because if I talk about academic, earlier marketing was nowhere in academic. It was all quality game. If you are giving quality, people will come to you. But in the changing scenario, the dynamics has changed differently. People are coming up with a number of, I would say, promises, wherein the customer, which are students, they are getting confused to whom to trust upon. It's basically a challenging thing to make a decision also when it comes to getting enrolled in a wonderful institution. So when these remarketing and remarketing campaigns are set by a particular counselor or a marketing person, it gives a timeliness to the entire campaign, and the students, they get their queries solved not only on time, but they get much beyond that. You can attach various video testimonies, be it a human resource manager's testimony, be it be a alumni testimony, be it be a faculty testimony, be it be existing student testimony, and these testimonies become story for them. And story is something which can be believed by anybody. So I would say we have learned the trick of storytelling, and we have understood the importance of storytelling, how this storytelling helps a student to understand what can be good for them to join an institution. And these are facts basically which are presented in a wonderful way. Look, I would say we have missed the race somewhere in between, and that too not because of extras, but it was because of our unpreparedness. I would say, we, like as I said, we were not looking at marketing on a very serious way. But during COVID, we understood that there's nothing else which we need to look into, but we have to explore on a very serious note what actually is marketing and what are the various dynamics of this marketing. Actually, it was earlier, it was just publicity through advertisements which were there in the print media, or through some advertisements in the social media campaigns. That's all. Now, with this changing scenarios, what we have understood is whatever the best way possible is, CRM is going to help you out to make the journey for your student a new enrollment much better in terms of understanding you, what you are as an institute, what you are as a brand, what kind of services are there actually, and then to give them sufficient proofs in terms of these stories which I have said, in terms of data which can be supplemented through emails, in terms of various other interactive sessions which you can have through online sessions. So the overall result has improved because of CRM. We are still, I would say, we have learned CRM that to extra, and we have been using it just up to around 20 to 25%, and still we are able to achieve our targets. In case we are able to use it in much better way, certainly things will improve like anything. Look, COVID, during COVID, there was a drop in enrollment in most of the institutions by around 40%. And there were institutions wherein the drop rate was around 70% also. But during COVID also, because of this ExtraaEdge CRM, we were able to sustain to that level where we just lost around 28% enrollment in the first year. Second year, we regained it, and there was a loss of just around 11 to 12% enrollment. And third year, we were able to meet our benchmark standards. And now, because our intakes will grow, certainly being a university, so we are looking forward to have better response. And this CRM, specifically your CRM ExtraaEdge, is going to help us a lot. And not only that, it has given a lot of confidence to the counselors also. The kind of support your team is had been extending to them, the kind of training, in between training they are organizing for them. There were some challenges which have thrown to your team that this is something which we require. And to my surprise, like your team had given me solutions within the time limit. That's something which you look forward to, and that's something wherein you will recommend a service provider for. The timely services, the proactiveness from the team, and the solution which is there in the market with other CRMs. If your CRM is compatible with that, that too, I would say, on a lower price. So that makes it a wonderful package for anybody to recommend that particular CRM or that particular tool to others to try for. They can go, I can say they can have an hands-on on CRM, especially ExtraaEdge, and the team ExtraaEdge won't let them down. Few golden words. Well, first, be what you are. Don't promise big, promise what you can deliver. That's something which your team has proven time and again. And look, in this world wherein things are presented in a wonderful silver platter and many a time in a golden platter, wherein you get thrilled looking at the services, looking at what they have been offering. Better is try to find out what actually is your requirement, and try to trust those people who don't give you or serve you those golden platters, but they serve you the platter which you actually look forward to. So being realistic is something which will take you to for a longer journey, and which that to a successful journey. So that's something which I'll recommend the entire team and your future customers also, that the kind of trust this team builds in is something which will take you to next level. And you won't be looking for a change time and again. It can be a journey which can be a long association, and that will be a fruitful one too. Aditya, wonderful person to work with, so humble, so honest in his commitments. And I can say he fight for his customer. He can fight with his seniors to get best things for his customers, which he had been doing for us. And like, what else you look forward to from a person who is leading a team wherein you are relying on whom you are relying upon? So Aditya, I would say, is an asset in the team ExtraaEdge.